All right, so it should be recording now. Thank you, Lily, for agreeing to participate in this test.
Of course.
So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with some of my commands or excuse me, some of my prompts, and I will kind of navigate the mock-up page with you. And if you have any questions as we go, feel free to ask.
Okay.
So if you could first start by navigating to the link that I sent you, the Vanguard Robo-Advisor page.
Okay.
And then if you could log into your advisor account, obviously in this page you don't have a literal account. So if you could just mock log in, that'd be perfect. Awesome. So if you could find the accounts opened by the user with the Vanguard Robo-Advisor. Perfect. And if you could summarize the types of accounts, that would be great.
One is a brokerage account. The
Mhm.
other is a Roth IRA, and then the other is two Cash Plus accounts.
Perfect. And so in total, obviously you listed three. And could you name how much money you have allowed?
In total, $24,255.22.
Okay, perfect. And if you could find the page containing the chart that displays the estimated projections. Hold on. Perfect. Um, if you could summarize when you plan to retire according to the chart and how much you'll spend per month in retirement.
2064
Hmm.
and $100 per month.
Awesome. Then could you find out how much money is in your Vanguard managed investments?
Maybe no.
Okay. If you could try and go back to your single goal setting on your dashboard,
Mm-hmm.
and then I,
This?
I don't think so. Try the three goals that were under the same dashboard, the three goal setting. Okay, this might be it. Do you see anything about your Vanguard managed investments or your self-managed investments?
Um, I think that, wait, no, these are just goals.
Okay, got it. So next, if
Are
you
these not my self-managed investments here?
um, okay,
Like
yes,
right here.
yes, those are your Vanguard managed, and then yes, I think that's your personal.
This is self-managed.
Yes, okay, perfect. So if you could tell me how much money is in your Vanguard managed investments.
Um, that would require me doing math. 2000.
I think they're under your, if you look to the right of the screen under balance, I think.
Yeah, but I'd have to add these two together because they're both Vanguard managed.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just gonna subtract this from this. So 2,253, no, $52 and some amount of cents.
Perfect. And can you just tell me how much is in your personal managed, your self-managed?
$2,002.31.
Great. And then if you could navigate to the digital advisor section.
Okay, that's like what we're on, I think.
Oh, yes. And then if you could add in a financial goal.
Okay.
Perfect. Next, if you could, how much of your theoretical 20,000 do you wish to put into your account as you're filling out the goal? Did that button work when you tried it, just on the
No,
mock?
I can't click it.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So am I supposed to be able to?
I think so for whatever reason, but I think maybe just one of our prompts didn't account for the fact that it was interactive. Um, anyway. Okay. So next, in terms of financial goals, at what age do you wish to retire?
Um,
I guess
right
based on,
now at 60,
okay, perfect. And how much money do you expect to need at that point?
at
At
2064,
yes.
12,620.
Okay, awesome. Next, in terms of if you could navigate to the investor profile, amazing. Could you identify your current investment setting?
All index.
Perfect. And how easy is it for you to change that option? I guess like how easy is it for you to identify how to change that?
Pretty easy. See other options.
Okay, perfect. Could you identify whether the TLH setting is on?
It's off.
Okay, perfect. And how easy is it for you to toggle between those options? Like let's say if it were in a
Pretty easy. Yeah.
okay, cool. Could you tell me whether or not all of the information on your personal profile is accurate?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. Um, do you intend to add a spouse to your plan?
No, but I can see that I can.
Okay, amazing. Um, is all the information on your financial profile accurate?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. In the case that it wasn't, you know how to toggle between those options as well?
Yes.
Okay,
Says edit.
perfect. Could you identify your risk attitude?
Very aggressive.
Okay. And could you identify your enrollment date as well?
January 16th, 2024.
Amazing. So, could you tell me a bit, how was your experience navigating the website?
I found that it was pretty easy. There was a couple things that I was confused about, like which folders held what, like which pages had which information. I think it's interesting that the dashboard is just the goals.
Uh-huh.
because for me, a dashboard is like a sounding board, like, and that's like usually like your assets for me. Like, that's what I would picture having, like your portfolio, like your activity, like that stuff, I feel like would usually be in the dashboard. So that was kind of interesting.
Sorry, you said that you would anticipate that the activity be in the dashboard as well as what else?
The activity and maybe not the portfolio, but mostly the activity, like what's happening, because that's the first thing you want to see when you like log on. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like the goals should be a separate tab.
Okay. So do you think that like in terms of dashboard usability, maybe like recency or like I guess the most recent changes should be prioritized?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially when you're like just wanting to look at this stuff quickly.
Uh-huh.
You don't want to have to dig through the website or feel like you're going through multiple things to try to get to like the one thing that you need to get to. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the goals is is an important part of it, but it's also like you want to know where you're at just in general
Yeah. No, exactly.
and like what's happening.
Do you think that reflects kind of your experience navigating like or like the average user's experience navigating a financial advising website?
I would say so. I think at least for me, um, it's already a lot like financial things. It's already feels like a lot of numbers and things. Um, so I think opening this up to like this huge graph and like this huge number that doesn't really mean what I have, like it doesn't actually reflect what I have. It's like that's not what I want to see. Like I only came on here to see like what I needed to see.
Okay. What would you say were some of the more positive aspects of the website?
I really liked all the features that it had. I feel like it had a very like detailed, there's a lot of usability that you can get out of this website. I feel like there's a lot of different things you can do, which is nice. Um, I also liked that this part was like very clear,
Wait, hold on one second. Sorry, which part?
that the like portfolio, like the total assets, investments, and cash and
Uh-huh.
whatever. I like that that's very like clearly laid out and like has your routing number, whatever that is, and like the account name, everything. That's really nice. I feel like you get a lot of stuff and from different places, so it's nice to see it all together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure how this activity feed really works, or if it's like just activity in terms of like the website, or if it's in terms of like your investments. It's looking like it's activity in terms of like what the website did,
Uh-huh.
or like what they did with your information and stuff, but I don't know if that's really feels like activity feed to me.
Okay.
But other than those like couple of like little things, it does feel very user friendly, and like I can understand like where to go to do like the basic things.
What would you expect in terms of the activity feed? Like what are some things that you would want consistent updates about?
I think um let's say like my investments were in things like stocks that would have a changing in price,
Mm-hmm.
like which would change the value of my investment. I'm sure that happens in all of these investments. So I think that that is probably the most important thing, like still understanding what you have
Uh-huh.
and like knowing the value of it.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's the most important thing.
Having more. So would you say that having more consistent updates about your balance, your financial balance are some things that you more consistent updates are something that you would like to see?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So I think that brings us to, do you think this website is potentially usable for people of varying abilities, specifically in terms of sight?
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, I think it's usable in the sense that I can zoom into things. Um, like all the way out here, I guess it is kind of these kind of are small words, but like it does like I'm allowed to zoom.
Perfect.
And this is really nice and bold and things.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what are some of your reasons you would sign up and use a digital advisor in particular?
I think the convenience of it, like it is just right there and I can go and look at it whenever I want, rather than having like an in-person thing where I have to do a schedule or, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like move around my own time for someone else's. Like it's just very much usable at any time and place.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which I feel like is the main draw for me.
Yeah.
I also would I also feel more private about it. Like I feel more comfortable putting it into the computer,
Yeah.
like putting it into like trusting it with a website or something, just because I feel like everything's right there and I'm not telling someone else. I don't know. It
Does it,
feels more private.
no, absolutely. Does it feel like I don't, this just is something that's come to my mind. Does it feel also like no contact feels a little less judgmental or pressurized?
Oh, 1,000%. It's like you can do it on your own time. You don't have to worry about someone else like thinking about or knowing your assets. Like it's kind of nice, like not having another person's like personal bias get
Mhm.
to them.
Okay. Are there any reasons why you wouldn't use a digital advisor?
Um, yeah, I think I don't have that many investments right now.
Hmm.
I'm still like getting my stuff together and I'm a college student, so I don't have a lot of accounts that I need to keep up with. So for me, it wouldn't be as much of a asset because all I really need to do is go to my bank account.
Hmm.
So I probably wouldn't need to do that unless, I started a Roth IRA or something like that. And which I am thinking about, but I don't think I would need to start one unless I had a little bit more accounts.
Okay.
But I definitely would. It seems like a good idea, and it seems like it would be easy for me to keep my things together and be on top of my assets and investments and things.
Hmm. Okay, so you kind of already answered this, but if you could tell me top three things you would want to see when you first log into your account. I know you mentioned like an activity feed, right?
Yeah, I would like little updates about the activity, not in terms of like what the website is doing, but just in terms of your own assets.
Mhm.
And I mean, it would also be nice to have like a button on the dashboard that shows you your assets because I don't think like first logging into it, I would want to see it right there, like pop up into the screen, like if I was around people or something. But since it's the first landing page, it would be nice to like instead of having to like what is portfolio, like like trying to decide which one is the assets, which one has my investments. It's just a button. Like it's just simple. There's just a button that says like these are your finances. Like this is what it is. Like these are the numbers.
That's a good one. Anything else?
Um, maybe you're mm, honestly no.
Okay.
I think the goals on there are good and
Mhm.
like that could definitely stay on a
Mhm.
dashboard. I just don't think it should be the first thing.
Okay. I guess I don't think we really went into like move money, tools, next steps. Okay, yeah. I was just wondering if I could think of anything that may be important to you. Um, okay. So finally, okay, how did you feel like you were able to complete the most of the tasks?
Like how easy was it?
Yeah, in terms of
I
when I was prompting you, so
I feel like it was pretty easy. Um, at first I was a little bit confused,
yeah.
but I like once I tapped around for a little bit, it felt normal and felt pretty easy.
Mhm. Were you able to complete all of the tasks?
I think most of them,
Yeah.
there was like one I was kind of confused on where
Okay. Do you feel like you have an understanding of the product and the services it offers?
I feel like there's more than what I explored.
Mhm.
Um, and I feel like it's very multifaceted, but I think there's a lot going on.
Okay,
There's a lot of different things that is happening here, which is a little bit overwhelming.
got it. And then you kind of answered about whether or not you would use a robo-advisor. Would you use this specific product if looking for a robo-advisor?
Yeah,
Perfect. All right, that should be it. Um, okay, perfect. Well, thank
I'm
you so
gonna stop
much,
my
Lily.
share. You're
Sorry.
welcome.
Take care. Have a good night.
Bye, you too.